Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with my review of SH Figuarts Ant-Man from Captain America Civil War. This is part of the videos that I'm recording with my iPad for the time being while I'm waiting to get a new camera, just in case anyone was wondering. And as I've said in other videos where I've done that, if you're watching really far in the future, it really doesn't matter. Like there's someone sitting there in 2050 right now being like, what's a camera, what's an iPad? I need to find food and bottle caps because Fallout. I don't even know what happens to me when I talk about this. Every time I mention this, I go off some weird tangent. Anyway, so let's go ahead and take a look at the figure. So the figure's really small. Probably the smallest figure we've ever gotten. It does come with this bonus regular size Ant-Man, but all the action is really here. No, I'm just kidding. Quickly, just taking a look at the box. It has that standard art we've gotten for the Captain America Civil War figures before, which has the really cool Cap and Iron Man fighting thing. I kind of wish it had a picture of Ant-Man on there. I know it makes sense for the thematic of the boxes, but it kind of made more sense to me with the Cap and the Iron Man, you know, with them being the figures and them being on the box. I don't even know why I'm analyzing the box. Who cares? But you do have a cool picture or like logo of him on the back, his name, typical side shots and side names, and then on the back it shows you that Ant-Man is now part of your balanced breakfast. So yes. Accessories wise, to use a very old term, he got Agitoad. He got Agitoad like the Dak Action. Hey you, it's Joey Wheeler. Anyway. Oh, I'm weird in this one today, guys. I'm sorry. He got Agitoad, so he only has 3 things. He has 2 sets of hands, and then the little tiny Ant-Man that just face planted. On him, I have an example of each different kind. You just have the open, kind of relaxed hands, and the standard Figuarts fist. He doesn't really need any more, I guess, but I feel like it just would have been nice to get, like, 1 additional set of hands just to give him a little extra something to do. I don't know, just... There's some figures where this is kind of okay, but there's others where you just kind of want 1 more set of hands just to keep your options a little bit open. It does come with this really tiny little Ant-Man figure. Let's see if I can get this to focus a little bit. Focus. It's not really wanting to do it, guys. Really, it's not happening. Let's try if we do this way. Let's sneak around it. That's not bad. Overall, it's pretty basic. I mean, there's not much to it, even though it's kind of blurry because I'm not used to handling this type of camera iPad stuff. It's really nothing to it. I said that already, but it's still neat to have. Definitely one of those ones you want to be careful with losing. It's not exactly like one of those little panel pieces you might lose, but still, you just want to be careful. It's just kind of a rule of thumb. Now let's get him out of this semi-weird / cool pose I have him in and take a look at the figure. Overall, a very nice looking figure to be sure. I really love Ant-Man's design, both the new one from the movie and the original one, but look-wise, they definitely nailed it. Really nice head sculpt. Can't tell how well it's coming off here, but it's definitely got a nice shine to the silver on it. And like the sort of almost compound look of the eyes looks really nice on there, for sure. And like there's no, I feel like, did I already say this or just thought it? I am a great talker, guys. Let's just restart. Okay, I don't know if I already said it, but it has really nice proportions, which is nice because sometimes you can get a little bit too big of a head or too small. Nice details on the suit here, if you can see, which I think you can because I'm seeing it on the iPad screen. There's really nice texture to the suit, just like it has in the movie, which is just really nice. So, yes. Really good job on that. So look-wise, definitely an A. I don't know why all of a sudden started a grading system, which will probably only be mentioned in this review, but yes. Articulation-wise, if you've seen one figure out, you've basically seen them all. Articulation here, ball joint, double elbow joint, you got your swiveling at the fist, you got your ball joint here at the legs, double knee joint, you have a little bit of swiveling here at the ankle, the toe bending joint, chest and waist articulation, and then head and neck articulation with the ball joint. So yeah, pretty typical stuff there. Now we're just going to do the most generic pose of all time. Well, maybe not of all time. Let's not have a contest here, guys. But, okay. Great articulation, as always, from Figuarts, in case you're not familiar with Figuarts. But it does feel a bit loose. Now, the Luke Skywalker figure I recently reviewed didn't feel loose. It just felt like it wasn't one of those real quality, like, tight figures, which just sounds really weird to say. But if you've bought Figuarts before, at least a handful of different kinds, you'll know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you'll get a figure out where the joints just feel this level of tightness, which is just such an awkward thing to talk about, where it just feels like a good quality. And the Luke one was like a good midway point, where it just kind of felt like, this is okay. And then you have the one that feels like it's not loose, but it might become loose in the near future. And that's what this one feels like, where if I pick it up and shake it, it's not gonna, flail around. But when I'm moving it around, it feels like this will get looser quicker than other figures via posing and use and all that, which is kind of unfortunate with how much you spend on him. But he's not a loose figure right now. My opinion on this figure is kind of very similar to my opinion on Star Wars figures, where it's a good figure. It's not really a terrible figure. I wouldn't say, oh man, this is trash, don't buy it. It looks really nice. Like I said, I really do like the look of it. It looks good on the shelf, good posability. I just feel that quality-wise, it should feel like something more for what you're spending on it, because depending on where you pre-ordered or found a good deal, I'm thinking it'll be about between 30 and 60 bucks US, maybe more. It depends on where you buy it, what kind of deal you find. It was retail, which is nice, but for that you can get like these Marvel Legends figures or the Diamond Select, which do sometimes have loose joint problems, but they're cheaper and you're getting roughly a similar quality. I have the Diamond Select of original Ant-Man, and he has some loose joints, but the detail is just as good as this, and it was cheaper. So what I'm saying is, basically, I've rambled on a lot, but if you can find a good price for this, I think it's worth a look. But don't pay a lot of money for it, because it should feel like more quality for what money you're spending, but it's still a decent figure, if that makes any sense. I feel like I just had a debate with myself, which I usually do with these, but I still like it because I like Ant-Man, but it should just be a little bit more up to what you're spending on it. So I just repeated myself 3 times. I think that's good enough. I was going to go for a 4th, but let's just get out of here, let you guys go home, have some lunch or whatever meal. Don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. But until next time, make sure you check out the Crazy Podcast at writersrangerambles.com, and of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, Dawson Writer, signing out.